A weir is a fake waterfall, Lautrec found out recently. He had been taking his buddy Manette on a countryside driving tour to places he himself had never been. I guess that might mean it's not a tour, per se, Lautrec thought. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the long green island, under what was in fact the island's largest tree, called the Strathbarn, the young horse Uncler was harping quietly in the comforting vicinity of his mother, Mare Whitting. And what did Uncler have to harp on? Wasn't he chuffed enough, existing as simply a wild horse? Nothing to harp on, but only that he was having growing pains in his legs. He could barely stand still to eat grass. "Oh, ow, I wish my legs didn't hurt," he murmured. Also, he was scared of recent talk around of a Durango, which had come from the nearby hills and was seen only eating porcupines to date. But any time any horse had approached the Durango to try and soothe it, the Durango had spat and snarled garbled threats that he'd soon quit eating porcupines and start eating horses. Horse Uncler wondered if he could outrun the Durango, and a sight constantly popping into his mind today was of the Fevre field, under a dot moon and a scatter of stars, and himself galloping across the field, dodging over stumps and nearly missing sticking his pained legs in rabbit holes, and the Durango pursuing him, coming from far across the field in a tornado lope. In the early evening, Lautrec and Manette had their own spooky moment. They were climbing up a tor, as Lautrec had recently learned volcanic rock piles atop the Moor Hills were called, and as they scrambled to the top of the tor, a particularly enormous one, the sky went away entirely into a watery darkness, and so it became as though the sky never existed at all. That certainly made Lautrec and Manette nervous, and they clambered back down from the tor, and were glad to see the sky return as they did. And then they went off to find a friendly hostel